Don't sell your silver and gold until you do this first. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Stormy here. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy talking about precious metals and collectibles, so make sure you blast that subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked, and that way you get updated with any new content. This video is very important for those of you that are into buying silver and gold coins. On this channel, I have featured a lot of rare silver and gold coins. And for example, I'm going to use this right here. This is a 1 out of 500 silver with a copper core dragon tiger coin. It is minted in the Republic of Chad. And again, there's only 500 of these. So the total weight in this coin is 13.5 ounces. It's 2 ounces of silver with 11.5 ounces copper core. I would love to take it out of the case, but this thing is like a giant airtight. It's very hard to get out, so I just left it in there. But when I bought this coin, it has a huge premium. I spent around $350 on this thing at the time, and there's very few people that are going to be in the market to buy something like this. People that appreciate the art of this particular coin, and they're willing to pay that extra premium, even though there really is only 2 ounces of silver. So I have to keep in mind who is going to actually buy this coin. If I were to take this to a local coin shop and I said to them, hey, I want to sell you this coin, and they see that it's only 2 ounces of silver with 11.5 ounces of copper, they're going to most likely only give me the metal value, and they're not going to care that it's a limited mintage. So you have to keep in mind who you're going to actually sell it to. Now, my platform is a little bit different because I actually have an auction in which I am always selling different silver and gold coins. So oftentimes there are people on my auctions or on my Instagram page who are into this sort of thing. So I'm in a little bit of a different position. But let's say 5 years from now I don't have the YouTube channel anymore, or I don't do Instagram anymore, then I'm going to be in a similar boat to the majority of the people that are watching this video. So you have to know who you're going to sell items that are very unique or to your taste. Another example is this educational note. I've purchased some educational notes and some other old currency bills because I think that they're just like works of art and they're historic. But when I spend my money on something like this, something that costs around $400, or I think I paid $425, I forget the exact amount, I have to think about who is going to actually buy this on the resale. That's really important to keep in mind. So today's video, I'm actually interviewing Tim Puro of Puro's Coins up in Rutland, Vermont. He has a very similar story as to finding a home for a very unique and ornate item. And I really recommend that you watch this so that way you kind of get some idea as to what you should be doing before you sell your silver and gold. You were telling me about this one piece that you brought in that was like a purse made of gold. What was this thing?
Yeah, so a customer came in and there was they had an 18 karat purse. It had French hallmarks on it, and it was at a big band, and then it was all mesh, but it had, I think, $8,000 or $9,000 worth of gold in it, scrap alone. So I bought it, just for a little bit back of scrap. Mm-hmm. In case I couldn't find a home for it, which I couldn't find anyone. I called Heritage, who
they run the big
they'll auction jewelry and stuff like that, and they were going to pay me like 60% of melt.
Oh my god! No.
And I was just like,
no, you're better off.
Like,
going
dude,
to the
I can send this to the refinery,
yeah,
and get $2,000 or $3,000 more than that. And that's what I had to do, and it was such a shame because it was so well crafted.
Yeah.
It was probably from the 1800s with the hallmarks, and I just couldn't find anyone. And I wasn't going to sit on it for...
No, because you can't lock up all of your money.
Right.
You need that money to buy more stuff to turn it.
Right.
How long ago was this this purchase?
That was probably 10, 12 years ago, something like that.
Okay. And I feel like, back then too, like, eBay has been around for about 20 years, but still, I mean, now things have changed. Do you think if that purchase came along this day and age, do you think you would have been having just as hard of a time finding a home for that unique piece, or do you think you would have found someone?
I think it would have been just as hard to find someone for it.
Okay.
But I'm working on getting a First Dibs account. I don't know if you've heard of that or not, but yeah, they sell high-end antiques and things like that.
Oh.
So would have been a great place for that. eBay, I wouldn't think so, but
thing too, you hear about people on eBay doing scams. like you
Too good to be true.
that, and or you sell the item, you send it off, and somehow they say, hey, the item never showed up. Or
Right.
I've heard of these like horror stories. I don't sell on eBay. I know a lot of people do, and they do just fine. But some like a big ticket item like that, I mean, I feel like that could, that's definitely like a little bit scary to do business with, somebody like that, and have to send something through eBay. So this first dibs thing, I've seen an uptick in these like online auctions. Have you heard of Whatnot? And so like they're starting to pop up more and more. How long is this first dibs?
I think they've been around a while.
Have they?
Yeah. It's a great site, and I will buy, say, Tiffany flatware or something like that I could sell to another dealer locally for a little bit over melt.
Okay.
But if I put it on first dibs, you're going right to the retail guy.
Yeah.
Usually, so you could maybe get
to the consumer like myself, like somebody that just wants to buy it. So you'd be able to get your premiums on them.
Right. You might be able to get 20, 30, 40% more by putting it on first dibs.
So let me ask you now, a good question for this, because people do find different items through, whether it be garage sales, antique shops, stuff is given to them from if a relative passes away or whatever. What do you think is like the best route for people to actually sell some of their silver or gold items, specifically ones that are a little bit more unique? So for example, this purse that you picked up, I mean, what is like...
Well, I mean, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
So one thing I would do is I would look at like completed sales on eBay for something similar.
Yeah.
You can't look at what people are offering on eBay. You have to go to completed sales and see what it actually sold for.
Right.
So if you have that knowledge, and say you have something and it averages around $1,000, you could try going to dealers that deal in that material, and if they offer you $850 or $900, then they're in the ballpark.
Yeah, and that's a reasonable offer.
Yeah, but if someone says they give you $200 or $300, then
right
to walk out the door.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with showing your stuff to more than one dealer, and there's nothing wrong with telling them, saying, listen, I'm going to show this to you, but I'm going to show it to a couple other guys, and I'm just going to sell it to the guy that gives me the best price.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with it. Dealers may not be excited, but it's fair.
Right. So as you can see, Tim, even though he's a dealer and he owns a local coin shop and he has a broad network of people, he also had the difficulty of finding a home for this item and getting the full amount of what this item could possibly be worth. It would have cost him a lot of money and a lot of time if it were to go onto some sort of heritage auctions or something like that. So for him, time is money, and there's a whole thing of speed of money. So it was important for him to actually just sell it and try to get as much of the money that he possibly could in a quick fashion. So for those of you that are watching this video, please make sure that you don't sell your silver and gold coins without knowing who you're going to sell them to, and you should actually be thinking about this while you're buying your silver and gold coins. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think about resale whenever you are buying your silver and gold coins, or do you just buy what you like and then you're going to deal with it when the time comes? Let me know in the comments down below. And I would like to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't already become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, this is Empire Precious Metals. Until next time, long live the Empire.